what Virginie and Michelle and Dasha have laid out, one of the things that I'm sure y'all heard coming up multiple times is data related terms. And I'm trying not to make this super boring because we could keep talking about ROIs and deciding which people need to be retrained, moved around. But the point is that at the bottom of any business, whether it is successful or whether it has failures in it, is data that captures this information meaningfully. So the first step that I would do if I was, working with Gamma Gamma would be to look at their historical data. What were their successes? What were their failures? Why did they succeed? Why did they fail? Look at the market data. Is it connecting with what their vision is? Kind of going back to what Michelle and Virginie said. If you're strategizing, if you're planning, it is important to look at who you're serving, right? Um, Looking at marginal costs and benefits. Is a service or a product that is being used by the company worth it? Because sometimes you can hire a service thinking it's the most efficient way to do it. You haven't considered what else could be out there. Financial data typically is handled by the CFO, but that's where a data science officer would go in and work with the CFO, the CTO, be like, all right, what does this mean for us? How do we go from here? Where do we go? And making the recommendations as a part of the strategy and the planning rather than an afterthought, right? And most importantly, because this is the healthcare industry, what needs to be considered is you might have data on people or customers or clients, but does the policy allow you to use that data? Because if you're using data that you're not allowed to use, you are exposing yourself to a lot of other risks. So taking all of that into account, my DARE model, and AcornOak has the wonderful blog post explaining this in more detail, is where it takes the data and places it at the base, at the foundation of a lot of the decision making. And the reason that is the case is this is where the treasure is. All the strategies, all this brilliance that is in the executive team requires access to something that can help them quantify, help them measure, going back to the SMART goals, going back to the categorizing and prioritizing, finding what is the low-hanging fruit and making those decisions. So let the executive team be in the center, but with data on the one side and the departments on the other. And there's a cyclical, circular process that can be followed to continuously improve the quality of data, improve what insights we're getting from the data, and making the decisions that are data-driven, not only because we want to call them data-driven decisions or, oh, we use Google Analytics. No, but because you want to know why you're succeeding when you succeed and why you're failing when you don't succeed, and how to get past those failures with the help of this treasure of information that your company already has.